Let's try. Hello, Dan. Yes, no, it is ridiculously hot. I am distracting myself with stream. And Twitch is working apparently now, which is good. Because I was trying to watch streams earlier and it just kept giving me an error. So, I'm just happy it's working now. So yeah. 2 games today. The first one is A Bright Delights of Svetlov. Svetlov. Or I don't know how you say it. I'm assuming that's how you say it. Anyway, this one is developed by, I'm going to butcher this name, Vladimir Chalukyan. Also, hi Leaky, partially solid. Yeah, I feel very mushy. That's probably the best way to describe this. So developed by Vladimir Chalukyan. Sorry for butchering that. Published by Sometimes You. Thank you very much to the publisher for giving me a key for streaming this game. Hi, Havor. In what has become sort of a slight tradition now, there is a extra copy to give away. I've put it in Channel Point Redeem, along with the game from one of the games from Saturday. Mushy in body rather than just in brain. Yeah, mushy in both. All of the things are mushy. Do not like the mushy. So this came out on August 11th. Apologies to the developer and the publishers. Yeah, it's really, really hot in the UK. So we're melting and complaining about the heat, because I always complain about the heat because I prefer it cold. So yes, this came out on August 11th. It's available on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. It is £8.39 or $9.99 on Xbox. So, mid-1980s, a small industrial town somewhere in the Soviet Union. Panel houses, ordinary repetitive jobs, boring household activities. We're going to take a look at the life of the most ordinary family and become a witness to the difficulties that it will face. This game contains a carefully depicted atmosphere of the USSR, a linear story-focused experience. We get to do our daily routine and get to know about family members. So I'm assuming this is going to be a lovely educational experience. You got ice cream and it's almost melted by the time you got it home. Yeah, I know that feeling. I have 1 ice cream left in the freezer. So, yeah. Anyway, let's switch over to the game at least. Hello, everyone. I am very melty. Hi, Sir Khalid. I've got my laptop on a cushion because it's hot and I don't want to put it on my bare legs because I'm wearing shorts. So, now that I've told you about this game, which we're going to play for like an hour and a half-ish, I shall move the laptop off my lap. Ooh, I like the torn paper effect of the black line. Can't really point because I'm in a box. But yeah, I like the sort of non-standard black bars. That's very cool. So let's have a quick look. How many achievements? 12 achievements. Cool. I'm not going to look into them. Okay, so it's like a little film strip. Oh, I like that. I might need a bit more volume on my side. Okay. So yeah, let me know. Well, I have to see if there's any voices. But yes, so we're in the Soviet Union in the 1980s, which I am not particularly familiar with the history of that period, which sounds really strange because I was born in the 1980s. But I was also a baby, so had no idea what was going on in the USSR, except that at some point it did cease to become the USSR. Maybe we'll get some education. Ready my Russian accent? No. I feel like that would be incredibly offensive. I can get away with Scottish because, you know, I have Scottish ancestry and, you know, it's part of the UK. But and I can just about get away with a bad French accent because I spent a year there. But anything more, and I think it verges on potentially offensive. Also, I'm not that great at accents, but yeah. You remember the Berlin Wall coming down and knowing it was significant? I don't even know when that happened. I remember Margaret Thatcher. But I blocked a lot of my childhood out. So 1918. Well, I would have been 8. I didn't used to watch TV and didn't really used to watch the news if I was watching TV. But yes, hello everyone. Hopefully these two games are sort of very story driven, so should require a lot less brain today because my brain is, well, let's just say if that my skull was not contained, my brain would be melted everywhere. At least I haven't felt like I needed a nap today, though I did have the strangest of dreams, which will really teach me to stop watching TV shows with murderers in right before I go to bed. It intruded on your interesting. We used to watch oh, I got a bloop already. I am committed. The beginning of the story. Start the game. Anatoly Pulushevsky, 30 years engineer, coming back from work. 29th of April 1981. With some timestamp, and I missed the timestamp, but it was pretty good. I was not yet born at the time this is set, so my ignorance is excused. My history lessons at school didn't include anything massively relevant. Can tell you a lot about medicine through time and the American West. Not that I've actually maintained any knowledge of this. What is that? Is that a postbox? Ooh. Oh, why? I might need to put my eye drops in. Got eye drops because the reason my eyes are having problems seeing the distance is because my eyes are tired. So I think we are going to have to put the eye drops in because I can't read that. Oh yeah, endless talk of trepanning, which when you have that particular type of empathy, which means that you feel the things that people are telling you about, medicine through time, not a great thing. Okay. Right. This is when I try and put in eye drops and probably go, yeah, I'm just gonna blurp them down my face. Can't even get them to come out the bottle. Well, Now my eyes are wet. Mostly on the outside. I'm not sure that made it any easier to read, but hey, we're attempting. I think I poked myself in my eye as well. Right. Was, yeah. Achievement unlocked, wet eyes, yeah. Jesse, well, yes. I imagine he is. Okay. Alright, dear Tokia? Tokul? Can't even read it any better on that. Anyway, I'm glad to inform you that we successfully got to Alaska? No, can't be that. Dear Tolia, I'm glad to inform you that we successfully got to Alushta. I don't know where that is. Yeah. Sea, sun, fruits, a fairy tale, not a place. The boarding house is also at the highest level, shower, hot water. Everyone is very polite. It is immediately obvious that it is a departmental one. We live on the 3rd floor, although it is a view of the market, but that's okay. Mercia is still afraid of going into the water, but Dima is fine. All he needs is to sit in the water all day. But we have an excursion tomorrow. We'll go to look at the fish in the aquarium and then to the park. 3 large excursions are included in the voucher. We were informed about 4, but the fortress is under reconstruction. You'll have to go here yourself next year. I understand renovation work, but fresh air is a necessity for your health. And Nadia's too. Children adore seashore. Thanks again for the voucher. Say hello to tomorrow. Your sister and cousins. 22nd of the 4th, 81. Svetlov City Zavoskyoya Avenue, Building 15, Part, and then Lubshvesky. Yeah, I don't really speak Russian, but yeah, that font is really hard to read even with the eye drops in. Though I can read it on the computer now. I've made that bigger. But yes, video game developers, please stop putting tiny fonts in, especially when you have no settings menu that I can change it. Because it is really irritating when I can't read. Okay, so. Right, okay. We're going up here. Anyway, so yes. Ooh. I don't know if that's actually narrated, but I'm going to turn it up in case it is. Do I really need to go upstairs on foot? Well, possibly not. Ah, there's a lift. Okay, fine. The font's fine, it's just the size of it. If it were twice as big, it would... Hey! Lift. Chance to go in it. Thank you. Apparently we're on the 8th floor. Yes, we don't want to climb eight lots of steps. But yes, we'll get better at putting the drops. I should really write on the box when I opened them. What's the date today? The 7th. 7, 9. I am really not good with this lift. Oh, dear. Right. Can I get out, please? Eight. I do really like the Russian font. It sort of looks like a secret code without being a secret code.
Уже все хламом забили.
Okay.
Закрыто.
66. Is this not my flat? Do I not have a key? Ага.
Ну, Петрович, уже сюда заначку прячут.
You mean Matryoshka dolls? That is the only Russian word I am ever confident with. Matryoshka. I love it. It's a lovely word. I'm assuming it's something to do with the fact that there's dolls inside of dolls and you're trying to make a joke. So why don't you like Matryoshka dolls? They're full of themselves. Yep, I knew it was some sort of pun. Ah, yeah. You don't hear what I tell you as usual. I'm on a night shift today. Svetka fell ill and went to the hospital. Something. So her duties are mine for a while. I left key at Claudia Markovna's department 67. And by the way, put your folder somewhere. I almost spilt glue on it. Don't read till midnight. I think you've made that joke in my stream before, to be fair. All right. The key is in 67.
Клавдия Марковна.
Claudia Markovna. There we go. I mean, I can just about.
Клавдия Марковна, это Анатолий. Я по поводу ключей.
I think they're talking in Russian, actually. At least the subtitles. Oh, hello. Oh, thank you.
И вам доброго вечера.
So if you want to learn some Russian... I mean, yes, they are very much full of themselves. Except for the little baby one. The little baby one is not full of itself. Okay.
Наконец-то я дома.
Yes, it's definitely speaking in Russian. Oh, hello. Finally, I'm home. Is it a light switch? Oh, a light switch. Oh, that's better. Better for my eyes. 1981. And you've got... Shoehorn! Shoehorns are so good. Yeah, that's definitely in Russian. We don't speak Russian. Ooh, that was an interesting lens flare effect. Item is picked. There is a hammer. Matches. We need some matches. Why? I thought that was underwear. I think it's just a cloth. Imagine though, if this is a washing line and you hung your washing out and you didn't peg it and it fell off. And you're on the 8th floor and it's like, oh my god. So, oh, it's very cool. I've never been to Russia. Aha, another light switch. The light's on. Always good when you can actually see stuff. Looks like a backgammon board. So it's very much exploratory game today. Slightly juddery on the turns. Slightly flickering, which doesn't help when my eyesight is not the best. It's got to be a bathroom. Only bathrooms have the light switch on the outside, which always confused me because we had a pull cord on the inside of the bathroom for all ours. So every time there's a switch on the outside, I'd inevitably go in and close the door and be like, I'm in the dark, which, you know. And then Mum and Dad remodeled and then got the switch on the outside, and now it's like, well, now it's just confusing. So, crap.
Черт. Надо вытереть, пока не засохло.
Shit.
Надо мокрой тряпкой пройтись.
Sorry. It was in the way of the door, and it's bloody leads. Okay, so I need a rag to clean up the
Пожалуй,
paint.
уберу в сервант.
And I need to put my folder in the cabinet. Let's see something like a cabinet. So I need to find some matches so I can indulge in an unhealthy habit. It looks like we're painting a nursery.
Да, ну и вонь.
Oh, matches. What smells? Do I have a task list somewhere? There's task list updated, but I do not know what my task is. To figure out somewhere to put this. Cabinet. Ah, maybe this cabinet. Aha!
Надеюсь, тут мои труды никому не помешают.
Yes, there's a task list somewhere. I don't know where it is. I'm going to go out and smoke, because, you know, why not? I picked up cigarettes and matches. It's 1981. No one knows the dangers of tobacco and nicotine at this point. But yes, it's Thursday already. What's the heckady? How did that happen? It's the week has disappeared on us. And it is hot. Yes. It is hot as balls. I got a bloop. Bad habits. Okay, right. I like that you can just open things. Doesn't necessarily need a reason. Okay, so I need to find a wet cloth. Because I knocked over something, so... Drawer. Drawer. Looks like there's plates in the fridge. Nothing else, just plates. Ah, lights. Now I can see what I'm doing. Seems to do a lot of stuff in the dark, but then I do a lot of the stuff in the dark myself anyway. Just because it's like, if I've not got my glasses on, I can't see anyway. So I just do things in the dark and it just makes me feel better. It's probably kind of silly, but, you know, it makes sense in my head. The only thing I do that doesn't make sense is when I'm trying to reverse and I'm wearing my specs and I look over my specs like I'm going to see better reversing, because I hate reversing. And it's like, why am I doing that? Because I literally can't see anything without my specs on, you silly fool. So yeah. Right, I'm still looking for a cloth.
Тряпка на балконе, вроде.
Oh, the rag hangs on the balcony. Thank you very much. I did realize that because I went, oh, that looks like underpants. It was not underpants. But yes, so this is Bright Lights of Svetlov. As I said, thank you very much to the publisher. I have an extra code to give away thanks to ID at Xbox that can be found in the channel point redeems. So if you have enough points, there are 2 games in there right now that you can, okay, apparently we're going to wet it in the bathroom. You can redeem. Only when I'm streaming though. I may add more in the future. Apparently we're just getting a rag. We can't wet it or anything. That's fine. Nope. We do have to wet it. I don't know how to wet it. Where is the light switch? Well, okay, it doesn't have a light. Oh, it does have a light. There's a light switch. Apparently this game just likes hiding light switches from me. That is interesting that the tap is on a swivel so it can service the bath and the sink. That's really clever, actually. And you only have to have one lot of plumbing. Oh, apparently we can flush the lid. That's great. But I want to wet this cloth. Mm. Dude, figure out how to... Oh, I can zoom in like that. Oh, I can zoom in! Alright, maybe that'll help me with the reading of the things. Oh, hang on. Did I press that? Ah! Throw trash, clean glue with wet rag. Oh, it's glue, apparently. Right, so I do need to figure out how to make... this is LB that I'm holding down. You are about to be famous. Also, where does the trash live? Maybe under there. Gotcha. Where are we throwing the trash? Must be a chute. Okay, why are you about to be famous? Do tell. Ow, I wonked myself with the door. It's not a trash chute. Is there a trash chute? Or are we going downstairs? No? Oh no, you thought I was about to come online. Oh, you thought you were about to come online on there, and you didn't. Oh, I'm sorry. Aha! There is a trash chute. It's just up the stairs. You have not. Task list updated. Alright, clean glue with a wet rag. Figure out how to wet rag is currently my problem. Can I use vodka? Apparently not. I should probably put a new bag in that, but hey, for now. Oh, what rag? I mean, Joe spends 10 minutes figuring out how to wet a rag. Interesting window location. Am I just being really dense? And I'm like missing a thing to select the item. You know. Dave's online.
На кой черт такой лейкой цветы поливать?
Okay. I can open the drawer. I just can't figure out how to wet my rag. Sounds vaguely like a euphemism. It's not. Should be able to put it in the sink. Wet. Wet with water. Help. Anyone know how... Anyone played this? Knows how to make the wet rag be wet? I'm being really, really dense, aren't I? So I maybe think there's like a step that I'm just missing. Like I'm making the assumption that there is water in a place where there's not. What? Wait, hang on. There was a interaction point. Ah, now it decides it's going to work. Okay, that's cool. I swear I went over those taps several times. The hitbox must be really smooth. Right. We now have a wet rag. This glue is now like stuck to the floor. We've taken too long.
Сюда бы раствор какой-нибудь, спиртовой.
Clean the glue with something alcoholic. Well, I think there was... Ah! I know where there's alcohol. There's alcohol outside. That's why I was like, can I not wet the rag with alcohol? I'll use this vodka. Ow! That was a very nice slamming noise. No, it's not going to let us use that. But it did make me whack myself in the head. But yeah, how's everyone's week been? Aside from obviously melty. I understand if people's
Надеюсь,
weeks have been
жена не
melty.
заметит.
Anyone played anything good or made any plans? See if we can clean up this blue.
Так,
Yay!
вроде нормально.
Go to sleep.
Пора спать идти.
You stream most of what you're playing. Cool. Recall Ravenlock Gun story and started. Ah! Mile 96. And you bought a tiny little PC to use as a backup. Ah, nice. I need to back up my streams. Where am I meant to sleep, though, I have to ask? You sleep on the
Надо
couch.
хоть застелить.
You need to make the bed. Okay. You say that like I know what I'm doing. Aha!
Одежду бы надо снять.
How do I take my clothes off? Seriously, how am I supposed to get undressed? Thank you, Leaky. But I mean, serious question though. It's like, oh, I need to take my clothes off. It's like, okay, yes, well then take your clothes. Ah, chair. Obviously, you click on the chair. It does. That is a cool URL. Excuse me. Victor Ravchuk, 35 years, second lieutenant, watches TV. 5th of September 1989,
Да, но мы
8:34.
тоже в свое время скандировали. Тоже все скандировали. Считаете ли вы, что мы сейчас полностью избавились от этого синдрома? Я думаю, что нет.
По долгу сердца я хочу сказать своим румынским братьям и сестрам, которые знают меня более 35 лет. Я был там впервые в 1956 году, как священник, Паринта Константин Нечаев.
Thank you for the
Сейчас
hydration
я
reminder.
митрополит. Я посылаю привет своим друзьям и братьям Румынской
Oh,
православной
it's the same
церкви.
bed. Interesting.
С надеждой, что православная церковь, как всегда, в решающий для Родины час, со своим народом разделит
Or maybe it's the same
все
place, it's
те
just...
трудности, которые возникают, и духовно поддержит свой народ.
Oh, it's interesting. Oh, look at that. It's interesting how lighting effects in the evening. I wonder if they ever account for the fact that your sight does adjust if all the lights are off.
моим рад прежде всего за братский румынский народ, который наконец освободился от этого последнего,
I think it's the same
так
place.
скажем,
It's just 8
представителя
years
сталинской
later.
системы. Когда исчерпаны все политические...
You cannot zoom in on that. Dear Masha, it's been a month since I was moved to Svetlov. Sorry for not writing long. I didn't know what. Okay, that actually is what it says. I don't like the city a lot. It's very grey and dirty. People are gloomy and curly? Surly! One thing makes me happy. Beer here is cheap and quite tasty. The soldiers at the military unit are alright, but it's funnier if people are curly. Yeah, I thought I'd be able to zoom in. I cannot. That would be brilliant. I still think that magnifying glass in Strained Horticulture was like the best game mechanic. Either that or the little button that lets you then see the text bigger. Are alright, but their behavior is quite aggressive sometimes. The day before yesterday, one soldier decided to cut the lieutenant with a kitchen knife. It's good we reacted on time. They had some quarrel beforehand. The soldier was sent to another unit and left only with a reprimand. The heads didn't want to spoil the statistics on the verge of the general's arrival. Got off easy, I guess. I still feel as a guest in this apartment. Some engineer lived here with his family, but suddenly left and left almost all of the staff. Apparently he earns a lot. There's no neighbours on my floor, and with the rest I don't even greet. What's the point? I'm here temporarily. One day some random guy proposed me to buy a bicycle. Everyone rides them here. The factory pays salary with its products for almost a year, as they said. The engineer probably drove off on a bicycle too. I refused the offer, of course. From here to the military unit is 20 minutes on foot. In the evening, I usually sit in front of the TV and...
методы. Да, я говорю не только вчера, у меня такое чувство было, когда я смотрел по телевидению съезд.
But yeah, okay, so the person who was here beforehand, yeah, basically just left everything, pretty much.
И надо было всматриваться в лица людей, которые сидели в зале,
in the fridge.
в их глаза, в их выражения.
Cool magnets.
И это уже было чувствовалось тогда, что это, ну, ложь какая-то в людях сидит, и что это искусственно, а не естественное состояние жизни. Я бы мог сказать и тогда это же самое.
Okay, it's bothering me when I can't understand it. Oh, a rotary phone! Ah, it's a rotary phone! We love a good rotary phone, don't we? Apparently we can't go in the bathroom. Sit down and finish the letter. Okay. So why are we sleeping on the sofa if there is a perfectly good bed in here? Two streams this week with a rotary phone. I know, right? Oh, it looks like this was a kid's room. Something. Someone is at the hospital. I have to study harder not to upset her. Oh, something my mum? At the hospital. Dad is nervous too, but tries to hide it. Not very successful. After working, always goes to the hospital, so I'm by myself most of the day. Not bad at all. I'm not a child anymore. I'm 13. You grew up really quickly then, unless you weren't a baby in 1981, but this is like 8 years later, so, you know. That timeline is confusing. According to Afghan laws, young bride. Okay, that's a random fact. Because of that, I have to do a lot of household things, but that's not hard. Got used to it pretty quickly. Once I decided to cook a borscht to please Dad. Borscht. He liked it. Maybe I can become a cook. Not osmonaut. Astronaut. Cosmonaut. I wonder if... I don't know what that says. Teshkova is good at cooking. Saska still writes me love poems. Don't even take it from the mailbox. It's weary? He still can't understand. I'm more than just a girl. I'm born to travel to space. I'm incomprehensible magnitude, and him? He's as close to me as to the moon and back. Just a stupid boy, and ugly. This, thin nose, crooked teeth. I would smile less in his place. That's kind of cruel. Some man from my mother's work came by today. He left a letter. I decided not to open it. Took it to the living room. If that's important, Dad will figure out. Okay. Oh, I got a bloop for that. Curious soldier.
И учебники бросили.
Read the diary page. So either the mum got sick and died and they just decided to leave, or something. But yeah, it's weird that he's decided not to sleep in the kids' room and to sleep on the weird pull-out bed, which I'm not quite sure where the mum slept. Because this is like a one-person thing. We're supposed to finish the letter, so... Does that mean we need to find a pen? Not sure how to finish the letter. It is a different person living in the same flat. He said, soldier used to live here. No, an engineer used to live here with his family, but then they left. Okay, I have to figure out how to finish a letter. So it is the same place. Oh, I think I just have to sit. You won't finish it being sober. Oh, right, okay. So you need to take a beer. Well, I already saw a beer. Yeah, so basically the person that was in before, that I was in 81, Tolia, has disappeared. Possibly with his daughter. Possibly because his wife got sick. Tamara Poloshlevka, 27 years old, warehouse manager at Chip, cleans the apartment. 30th of April 1981. Okay.
Надо грязную посуду собрать.
В эфире радиожурнал «Служу Советскому Союзу». Час молодого воина. Его начинается...
Ну, конечно. До кухни-то 2 шага сложно сделать.
Бывает солдат, ответит на это так. Солдат.
Can't tell if it's a different date. Random store. Yeah, and no, I know it was a different person. It was just more that, you know. Why would he not sleep in the room with the bed?
Это на балкон?
Hang out some washing. Wrong room. So yeah, it's nice and chill. Just hanging out, ignoring the fact that it is sweltering. That's definitely pants, though. Maybe we did clean with a rag, but what we thought was a rag was actually just pants.
Вроде дождя не намечается.
Where are the flowers? I wouldn't say flowers, I'd say plants, but hey, not going to judge.
Этот я вчера полила.
Watered it yesterday. I would not remember when I'd watered a thing. And probably overwater it, which is why my plants die. Or I forget to water it, because I'm like, I only watered it like yesterday, and then yesterday was like 7 months ago. That's how I killed a tree.
Светка где-то прочитала, что можно раз в месяц его поливать. Где
Oh, interesting.
сода была?
Did it say anything? What did it say?
Тряпку бы.
Need a rag. Is a rag there? Do we just need the water on us?
Я так рано никого не жду.
Dear Tamara Ivanova, I'm very glad you work in our town. You are a ray of light in the midst of routine and boredom. Your openness and a lively gleam in your eyes makes me go to work with joyful desire. Completely by chance, I heard that your husband wanted to buy this cassette player, but this good in our city is rare, almost exceptional. Don't consider this bad taste and accept this modest present from me. Blossom and oh my giddy aunt. Blossom and something. Wish your husband good health.
Это
VF.
еще что такое? Надо от Толи
What's
спрятать.
this? Hide it from Tolia. Hide the
Возле
gift
плиты
somewhere.
в нижний ящик можно.
Lower
Там
drawer
точно
near the
не
stove.
сунется.
Okay. These corridors are way too narrow.
Тайного почитателя мне еще не хватало.
Secret admirer is definitely not what I need. Strange gift, yes. Hide box from husband. Makes it feels like you're doing something wrong, but you're not. Anatoly Plushki, 30 years, engineer, finishing the renovation. 2nd of May 1981, 9:10. Right.
Вот бы тоже сейчас улететь на море.
I like the little window
Люди
box.
любят солнце.
It's very cute. Okay. What does it say, Leaky? What does it say? Apparently there's issues on Twitch for traffic between US and Europe, which would explain why the US streams I couldn't see. So, yeah. Which is why I can see my own stream, which is obviously good. But yeah. Ah. Yes, I can totally not read that. It's fine. Ah, we've got some light bulbs and a key. Innovation is the room for the daughter. Top article is the opening of an
Думаю,
airport.
Тамара на кухне
Nice.
записку оставила.
Morning, Tolia. Decided to leave the note or you'll forget everything as usual. You have to finish all we haven't done. Hang the shelf above Nadia's table, not high. I know how you can. Deal with the wallpaper at last and hang the ceiling lamp. It's in the storeroom. Be careful, please. It was hard to find and I had an argument with Svetlov about that. She wanted it too. Wait by
Ладно,
morning.
за работу.
Let's get to work. Okay.
Неплохо бы клей развести. Гвозди и молоток нужны. Надо клей в ведре развести.
Need to mix the glue with water. Need some nails. Ow, these doors. Bottom article is headlined Working Day for Me. It's about productivity, so very communist. Okay. Thank you. Where would I be if I were nails? Yeah, toolbox, but where would I be if I was a toolbox?
Это же... Кажется,
I ruined
я
myself a
испортил себе
surprise.
сюрприз.
You didn't think secret admirer. You went, my wife is surprising me with this cassette player that I wanted. Which is a good attitude to have. Definitely not automatically assuming wife is bad. Seriously, where would I be if I was nails? It is hot. It's not too bad. I've got 2 fans on me, so Oh, I must have picked up nails. Apparently what I thought was glue was actually nails. Need to find a shelf. Huh.
Вроде
Oh,
ровно.
that's really cute. I like that. Oh,
Или не очень.
shit.
Нормально. Просто из пазов выпало. Надо над ванной наливать. Можно клеить.
Ah, I'm so smart. Heating
Одной заботой меньше. Люстра в кладовке.
lamps in the cupboard. I'm sure it is, if I could figure out which cupboard you want. So I picked up a light bulb or two. Congratulations. That sounds vaguely wrong.
Давно пылится. Может, подключить его? Колонку бы притащить с кладовки.
Now I gotta figure out where the lamp is. Why does it feel smoky? Is it because it's dusk and that is the lighting effect that it's chosen? Yeah, I don't know where the light is. It's in the storeroom. Oh, maybe. Oh, the the game has Game has stopped responding. Okay, hang on. Let's hope that it's saved somewhere vaguely near where we were. We may have to redo some bits. Yeah, okay, we have to redo that bit. It just got stuck in the letter.
Вот бы тоже сейчас улететь на море. Не только люди любят солнце. Давно пылится. Может, подключить его? Ладно, за работу. Это же... Кажется,
To
я
do all the things that I
испортил
did.
себе сюрприз.
Whack myself with the door. That's what the key will be for. Bedroom door that has glass in it.
Теперь можно проверить.
Excellent.
Да будет свет. Так ведь клей нужен. Вроде ровно. Или не очень. Нормально. Просто из пазов выпало.
Voila!
Одной заботы меньше.
Much
Что это
nicer.
за
Oh
звук?
god, what happened?
С балкона, кажется.
Left the door front door open.
Колонку бы притащить с кладовки.
Now it's in Russian. So I have no idea what's being said.
Как же
Oh
это
no.
так?
Herb!
Дурная примета. Тамара расстроится.
That is sad. Tamara Ploshka, 31 years, warehouse manager, comes back from work in 85. We found a dead pigeon. Oh my god. Seriously? This type font is horrible. Oh no, that's just in Russian. That's just in, and it's frozen again. Okay, this game is a wee bit buggy. It seems to be randomly sticking between French and English, Russian and English, and just keeps on freezing on the images, which is less fun. Okay, we've done half. No, it's still in Russian. Oh, but at least it goes away. So, I don't know what that said. So, a teeny bit buggy, but certainly an interesting experience. Now we're stuck in a lift. No, it's fine. There's no vodka in there this time. Why is there a coffin? There was a man and now there is not. My god, that is not creepy at all. The rotary phone. Sofa moved. Bread bin moved. Home, turn on all the lights, open all the doors. That's what I do.
Опять кровать не заправлена.
What's the point in making the bed? You're just
А
gonna
это
get
что
back
за
into
бумажка?
it. The Russian only... She was a poem. Thank you. You pasted it where? What is WA? Oh, WhatsApp. Thank you. It said... Oh, that is really, really cool. Svetlov Lights is the newspaper. Lilacs are blooming at the dacha. Willows are withering above the river, but in life there is nothing more beautiful than playful Nadushenka. Your laughter chirps like a trill, minds burst from your gaze. Oh, Nadia, 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 how scary it is to be beautiful. You love fashionable songs and detective films, but you don't look at me. How unhappy I am. That's just creepy. I'm sorry. Obviously, thank you for the translation. Those look like good grades? I don't know.
Что за ребенок? Стыдоба.
Ring, 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 ring. Banana phone.
Добрый день, Тамара Ивановна.
С кем говорю?
У меня к вам очень деликатный разговор, не телефонный. Уделите мне немного
Для
времени.
начала представьтесь.
Вы меня знаете. Это очень важный разговор. Когда вам удобнее встретиться?
Звонки домой? Что-то новенькое. Без ключа я в гараж не попаду.
I need the keys. Any idea what the keys are gonna be? Ooh. Well, in are the keys. Oh. Well, there's a big ass key there. A small ass key, neither of which I can pick up. Right, scissors, which keeps moving around the house. Excuse me.
Горячей нет. Сколько можно?
I mean, I love that you can open the drawers, but please put stuff in them. It's a lot more fun when there's stuff in the drawers. I wonder if I can't pick them up because I don't have the keys. Nope. I wonder if I can't pick them up because it's not letting me progress. I don't know. Maybe we'll just call it here, and I will try and figure this out offline, or off stream at the very least. Yes, this is Bright Lights of Svetlov. Interesting insight into 1980s Russia. Thanks to Sometimes You for the code for streaming this. Yeah, we seem to be a bit stuck. So I'm just going to leave it there. We got 7 out of 12 achievements, always good. So I will do my usual switch to the end screen, and then we'll have a quick break, and then I'll be back with the next game. So I'm not going anywhere, but that's the end of this part of the stream. Please do stick around. So yeah, Bright Lights of Svetlov, and I'll get the hiccups. Okay, so don't go anywhere.